Hello everyone, my name is Dark Alchemist Lazarus. And today, we're gonna play a little bit of First Descendant. Their massive update just hit, and I wanted to play a little bit of it. Don't worry, we will be continuing the Avowed. I will play that till completion. I will get that done. But I really wanted to play this a little bit. So I thought we'll switch gears just for a little bit, just to spice things up, add some extra stuff to it, to my channel, so it's not just Avowed. And yeah, to anyone that watches my stuff and enjoys my content, thank you. If there's any games you guys would like to see me play, especially after I'm done completing Avowed, let me know. And I will begin to start recording those as well. But I thought it'd be fun to mix it up. There's the big new update. I really want to check it out. Because it looked really good. Whoop, I'm lagging a bit here. Yeah, the game is a little buggy. Actually, hold on. Maybe I can help that by not. I think hold. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know why it's set to that. I mean, it's just a little bit buggy and choppy, so maybe switching it to high might help with that. Oh. Ray tracing cinematic. Well, gorgeous also looks like that would be even more intense on my game. But honestly, when it comes to the textures between high and ultra, I have a hard time telling the difference. At least with the image they shown there. You know what I mean? Maybe if we could like zoom in to actually see the difference. Kind of same goes for like okay, high and ultra I can see difference there. One's a little bit more brighter. Like I can see more color in the map and a little bit more detail on the actual map itself as well, so I can see the difference there. But then again, you go from ultra to cinematic, and I'm not seeing hardly any difference between those two. So shader quality. Again, I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference between the different vests there. The cheeks look the same. The outfit looks the same. Like, I don't see any difference there. The reflections are good. Although, once you get to, like, cinematic... Again, once you get to high, ultra, and cinematic, I don't see much of a difference. I just don't have good enough eyes to see it. I'm sure, like, some of you guys do see, and you're like, oh my god! But hopefully that'll help, see, that doesn't look that much different than it did to me earlier. So, still a gorgeous looking game. But hopefully that'll help with a lot of the random choppiness. I have to go in here. Right. Yeah. New update. New missions. Oop. Okay, so it's still a little choppy. That could also just be my internet. My internet might just not have... I don't have very great internet. That's why I don't stream. I would love to, but where I live, there's no good like fiber optics or anything like that.
Alpha, now that the Descendant core is here, I'll begin my debrief. Key points to cover include defense against the Vulgus invasion and the search for Corell's missing fleet. First, our defense operation against the invasion is going well, but as we continue attrition warfare, supplies and ammunition are becoming increasingly scarce. It's got to the point where I'm not sure if the enemy is targeting strategic positions or our ammunition stockpiles. The Desleo Armory is working hard, but our ammo production isn't keeping up with consumption.
If that really is their objective, it's a successful We've mobilized all of our reconnaissance assets here at the Kingston radar station, but we can't find anything out of the ordinary. Alpha, now might be a good time to reevaluate the plan I submitted. We've already identified an important clue from Amon's message. This grand invasion is headed to the origin of all wars. The only place in Ingress that qualifies is Sigma Sector, the land of annihilation. It's where the Vulgus and the Colossi first appeared over 100 years ago.
Now, you need to drop this. Sigma Sector is where the void erosion is at its worst. The void storms there turn all matter amorphous in seconds. The Vulgus are no exception to this. Of course, it's possible that the Vulgus used the Ironheart to assist them, but if they had, the energy would have been detected by our radar. You're just trying to make your theory fit your requirements. Unless Carell wants to die, there's no reason for him to have gone to Sigma Sector.
Enzo, why don't you trust me?
It's not about trust, Nell. It's about common sense.
But if the answer we're looking for is beyond the boundaries of common sense, the problem will never be solved.
Got a point there.
We have investigated almost everywhere in Ingress and no trace of Carell's fleet has been found. But the enemy invasion shows no signs of weakening, and now they're even using Ancestors' technology. We can't rely on a common sense approach any longer. We have to think outside the box.
Okay.
Nell, I'm officially adopting your plan. You'll have authority over troop deployment and operational details for now.
Alpha, are you serious? More importantly, Nell, are you really planning to send troops into Sigma Sector?
See? It really is about trust. No matter how unorthodox my plan seems, I am not going to blindly order troops to their deaths. As for dispatching the Recon Corps, that will come once we've observed the energy signatures of Sigma Sector from the outside.
But we don't have that kind of reconnaissance asset. We can't even observe them with the wideband deceive here at the Kingston radar station.
Well, naturally, our tools will need to be outside the box as well. This operation will utilize the Eye of Truth, the Vulgus observation device in the White Knight Gulch. I'll pass along the details from Albion. You need to go and ready your gear.
What? My gear?
Ooh.
You heard Alpha. I'm in charge of troop deployments and operational details. I'd like you to take over field command in the White Knight Gulch. And for the record, this request isn't personal.
Enzo is perfect for this kind of mission. Good call, Nell.
I understand. I'll get moving.
So, aside from Enzo apparently not trusting Nell, I love Enzo. I love his character. When I play with my friends, I often play as Enzo or Yujin, so we have like the support. I've also really enjoyed Luna as a support too. Move to Albion. Okay. Oop. And back here. I really like Enzo's kit. There's some really cool Transcendent models I've gotten. I just haven't gotten a chance to try them out yet. I don't play him often because I haven't gotten to play with a lot of my friends. We have different schedules, so it's rare that I get to get on at the same time as them with this. And he's really hard to play solo because a lot of his kit is support. Though he does do some decent damage with his rockets and his sentry turret, which I do love. Now with his ultimate Transcendent, or not ultimate Transcendent, but his Transcendent mods, I don't know. Maybe one of them actually does add some more damage to his kit. I'm not sure. I do love his ammo drops, though. Those are so good. So good, dude. Never a want for ammo when Enzo is around. I think that's one of my favorite things about him. I really need to set up my Azeroth controller for for this game. I like the Azrael controller for a lot of these games because I do like the movement of a controller, but I will admit that like mouse and keyboard for firing and whatnot is much better. I should really do it for Avowed as well, honestly. For the rest of my playthrough, Avowed is just figure out what the buttons are, and then just map them on Azrael so I can use that controller because it's a fun controller.
I have seen everything. The salvation of two worlds.
Ooh. Hello? Looks kind of like Bunny? Nope, different boots.
Descendant, you have destroyed the Ironheart and preserved the balance of the dimensions. But the war is not yet over. Corel has vanished with
That's
many
Guide?
Ironhearts, and we do not know where he might have gone.
Why does she look like that?
Humanity has pursued this to the bitter end. And finally uncovered a brutal truth.
What brutal truth was that? Or are we responsible for the Vulgus? That's kind of been something that's been on my mind for a while.
Descendant, this mission will require all the strength you have. Go with Enzo and head to the White Knight Gulch.
It really isn't anything personal, right?
It isn't personal.
Still sounds a little personal. Yeah, that's been my theory for a hot minute, is that humanity is responsible for both the Colossi or the ancestors, because some of the tech they messed with, I know it brought the Colossi, but some of the lore that I have found seems like almost like they created the Colossi. Like some of them got trapped in the void and started creating the Colossi and then went crazy and started attacking. So like that, I don't remember which lore in my journal it was that I found. Can I move over one, please? Move over one, please. Thank you. It was in these records. I think it was under the Colossus, where it seemed like that is what was happening. Is that, like, they were... Because there's, like, what happened to the crew for Ajax. Talked about how, like, they ingested something off of the Void Vessel, and it basically started turning them into... what was very much described, or very similar to, the Colossi. So, I don't remember where it was, though. I don't remember which one it was that I read. But it was in Ajax's mission when you go to, like, try to find his wife in the Void. What's going on here? What mail do I have? Oh, okay. I've been playing long enough to figure the... Yeah, their current events basically just play for, like, 2 hours. And then, complete 4 missions, I think was the other one, so... Enzo!
Do you need anything? Supplies? Good. You're here. I've just received the operation details from Nell. This operation is definitely unconventional. I couldn't believe it myself that we'll be utilizing Vulgus biostructures. But once I read the report on the Eye of Truth from the Medical Corps, I understood. Not only can you see all of Ingress with the eye, apparently it's also capable of visual observation across dimensions and into the void. In other words, It could theoretically see through the void storms in Sigma Sector and analyze a variety of energy signatures. To think that the Vulgus were observing Ingress and humanity with a device like this, it's pretty ominous. But if we can use it to our advantage, that's a different story. The problem is, the White Knight Gulch has fallen back into Vulgus hands, and we also disabled the Eye of Truth in a previous operation. So, the first objective of the operation is for myself and the Descendant Corps to temporarily occupy the White Knight Gulch and restore the Eye of Truth. We're short on time, so if you have any questions, let's talk about them on the way to the operation area. Oh, and by the way, Nell asked 2 more Descendants to join us, Eugen and Bunny. Eugen is essential to the restoration of the Eye of Truth, but I'm not sure why she chose Bunny. Anyway, while I'm getting ready to head out, please check in on Eugen and Bunny.
Eugen!
Now, I'll pay for the suit. Can't we keep this a secret from the military police? I don't want to do disciplinary training again.
It's not about the cost, Bunny. It's about the unauthorized use of ultimate equipment in development, which is a serious military offense. All right. If this mission is successful, I'll let you off the hook.
I'll do it. I'll do anything. Just tell me.
Ah, okay. So I believe Bunny's ultimate story is they found pieces of an ultimate set that charges or uses electricity, so it's kind of perfect for her, but they couldn't find the full set, so it was like, nope, we're not using it yet, and then she stole it. So it looks like we're actually at that point where Bunny has recently stolen the ultimate suit and is about to get in trouble for it.
You're here. Nels briefed me on the mission. Operation Secure the Vulgus Eyeball. But I heard that Valby and Eugen destroyed the Eye of Truth. Can it be fixed?
Assuming so.
Whatever. I'll leave the hard stuff to you. All I'm supposed to do is run around, kill enemies, and collect data on how my ultimate equipment performs in the field. Anyway, how do I look? Isn't my ultimate suit killer? I stole this while it was in development by the Magisters, and what do you know? It's perfect for me. They should have given me this sooner. Then I wouldn't have had to steal it. I'm not the bad one. It's the world that forced me to steal this that's bad.
Uh-huh.
Was that too much?
Yeah, it was. Absolutely.
Anyway, I'm ready to leave any time, so hurry up and go get Dr. Han. We have to go before I lose electricity.
Yeah.
Captain!
Oh!
Wait, you're not captain anymore. Miss Elias, it's my mission.
Jin, stop and listen to me. You don't have to go to the White Knight Gulch.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because... trauma? Are you still the gloomy, sad boy? You look like you might be.
You're just in time. Please, can you tell my dear Manto to quit it? She thinks she's still the captain of the medical corps. She's making a huge fuss and trying to take my place on the mission, even though I know the White Knight Gulch the best. Can you match everything in the bundle of optic nerves in the Eye of Truth? I can do it with my eyes closed.
Okay. Well, can you forget the memory of what happened to your teammates when you close your eyes? I heard you still wake up screaming in pain in the middle of the night. Valby told me all about it. You might deny it, but trauma takes time to process and recover from. I know what happened there. Please, don't push yourself, Jin. And, to be quite honest, I'm more familiar with the White Knight Gulch than you are. I spent a lot of time there looking for Dia.
Captain.
I'm not your captain anymore. I'm asking you, as someone who cares about you, let me take your place.
Damn it. All right. Actually, I wasn't confident that I could do it either.
Yeah, I was about to say, he went through some trauma there.
You don't have anything to prove. I'm sure Daya felt the same way. So, you can give me information about the Eye of Truth through Maya Seeve. I'm a little nervous about going on a medical corps mission after such a long break.
I'm sure your years of experience will see you right, but please be careful.
Cool! We get to work Clay again!
Thank you for your concern.
I like it when you listen to me. See you later.
Ah! Why is everyone taking so long? Are we ever going to start this mission where we fix what we broke? You know what? I'll go first.
Ah!
Wait! Oh, seriously? All personnel involved in the Eye of Truth recapture operation, please report to your assigned locations. Over.
Yeah, Bunny's not one for patience. It's funny too because my brother loves Bunny. He loves like the speed characters, so loves Bunny. And it's so funny because he acts the same way. Like when we're in missions, if we're taking too long, he's like, "Come on, let's go!" Because big part of Bunny's kit is she always has to keep moving in order to keep her thing. For those that don't know, it's just so funny. I just love that she is horrendously impatient. She is always on the move. Dude, cool on Glay, though, for looking out for Eugen. Because I was wondering how that was going to play out. Because, yeah, Eugen did not have a good time last time we were in White Knight Gulch a while back when the game first came out. And technically for anyone that starts out, because it's part of the main story. Dude did not have a good time. But it's kind of cool. It looks like the Sigma sector is actually a whole map. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I didn't know if we were going to get more maps. I was hoping we would. But I didn't know how long it was going to be before we did. Oh yeah, and I'm currently trying to level up, why am I frozen again? Yeah, I'm trying to level these up to get them done and out of the way. This is one of my current favorite weapons. Yeah. My brother loves Enduring Legacy. I really like the Perforator. I think it's pretty good. Oh, speaking of, I think I have a spare that I need to... Did I finish that? No, I think it's in the process of being built. Because I finally got the last two pieces I needed for the final one. Whoop!
Damn, I was in such a hurry to leave, I forgot some modules, Bunny.
Seriously? How is that my fault? You wasted most of your time arguing with Nell. Oh, Enzo. I understand now. You're on Nell's bad side, right? Did Operation Ring fail?
Of course it didn't. And no private chat during official operations, Bunny.
But you two look so good together. It's not every day you meet someone like that, Enzo. I'm rooting for you.
Oh!
Oh, Glay, not you two. Please drop it and let's focus on the operation.
Oh, Enzo likes
You probably
now.
know why we've been deployed here. To restore the Eye of Truth, connect it to the bioscanner, and carry out observation of Sigma Sector. But first, we need to drive out the Vulgus who have reoccupied the White Knight Gulch. Then we can take out the control facility connected to the Eye of Truth. Bunny and the rest of the team, please clear the Order of Truth forces in the area. Glay, your objective is to begin restoration of the Eye of Truth. I'm going to build a field station here that will serve as a relay between the bioscanner and the Kingston radar station.
Leave it to me. Fixing things is my specialty.
Right, let's get going.
I believe Enzo's official title. I love that
First,
we're
we'll
just
need to find
getting
organic matter to feed
free
the Vulgus biostructure. You can
Transcendent
find some in the
mods.
Fortress Control Facility and from samples of the Vulgus. I need plenty of it, so I'll need your help.
I'm going to scout the perimeter of the Order of Truth Fortress to see how many of them there are. And I'll get to test my ultimate suit's performance while I'm at it.
Oh, I'm on
Yeah,
normal. Why
you're
am
the
I on
right
normal?
age to be running around. Let me know if you have any trouble, Bunny. I can help you.
Which one is the correct mission? Hmm? It's that one. Okay. I need to set it to hard mode, so I gotta teleport here. Yeah, my game freezes a lot. I don't know why. I don't know if it is just that way or if it's that way for everyone. I don't know. Because I have a strong graphics card, so it shouldn't be the graphics, because I don't have this issue with a lot of other games, just this one. So that's why I think it might be internet related, where my internet's just not strong enough, where it has these little hiccups. I have a strong processor too, and I have 64 gigs of RAM, so I don't know why. But we shall see. Oh. I wonder if it's actually the monitor. I have a fairly old monitor, so maybe I need to upgrade for one that has better, like, shader technology, maybe? Because that seems to slow it down a lot, is the shade, like the shader. I'm only thinking that because my brother, he was having issues, and he found out that it actually wasn't his computer, it was the monitor that was causing the issue. Which was kind of weird, but... Ooh! See, there we go. Okay. See, it's like that. That's just that random, like, I'm gonna pause, and then it's fine again. Things are still rendering. Maybe it is a processing issue. I have a Core i9. It should be fine. But, alright. Whoa! Hello! I stopped using my box for ultimate weapon. I don't know if I'm going to use it to upgrade some of the ones that I have. Actually, I might use it to unlock some of the ones I don't have yet. Depending on which ones are offered. Woo! I recently learned how the reactors actually work, like, and how the stats all apply, because I did not understand the math behind it in this game, or how it functions, so I had to find some videos on it. There's some pretty good ones out there, actually. I'm trying to remember I'll have to look through the YouTube search history to find the right video. But after that, my, Inez, which she was already pretty strong to begin with, got much stronger. Across the board. Especially because I have the wrong menu. I have the this one, which turns both this ability and that ability into tech. So it basically makes her a lightning tech only. So I can put a tech reactor on and it boosts everything. Eliminate the target.
Slow.
Well, that's not very nice.
This is Bunny. Is everyone listening? I've just sent data to your seats. Check it out. I think I found something big.
New
What is it,
teleporter.
Bunny?
You'll know when you see it. Quickly.
What is... Oh, I don't remember those looking green before. They're usually blue. Okay. What am I looking for? Check the recording bunny set. Oh, okay. First, let me grab this. This is a new one they've added, so I didn't have it. And then journal, records, operation records. Also, I like that they've reorganized this, so it's a lot easier to see.
Could it be? Bunny, where are you right now?
I'm sending you my location. Meet me there.
With the exception of water, the absence of proteins and hormones with unusual structures that are only found in Vulgus strengthens speculation that the biomaterials are human. What's even more disturbing is that these samples are not from a single human being, but rather a mixture of tissues from several different human beings. However, RK was not found among the biomaterial components. The absence of RK is puzzling, as those missing included humans who were likely to possess the RK factor, including descendants. Circumstantial evidence suggests that the order may have singled out humans with RK and processed them separately. Further investigation is required to determine whether or not they were made into raw materials separately. There are currently a number of tanks containing similar. Yeah, that's the really fucked up thing. Is that like the Vulgus use humans to make more Vulgus and like building materials and construct materials and stuff. I don't know what skin that is, but that whoever Sauce King is here, that looks cool. I don't recognize the skin though. They did release a new Abyss. Abyssal Intercept, and I know they have their own personal skins for when you beat them, so maybe that's where they got it from. Hold on, let me go to the store. Or is there a new, or is there just new? Ooh, they changed the store too. Okay. Serena Growth Package. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Activator. Wait, hold on. How much is caliber? Okay, yeah, so it's still like $25 for that, which is dumb. I was hoping that maybe they had reduced that. I couldn't remember what it was before. I was trying to look at skins. Featured? Wait, what's on the featured list? Weekly find it. Per week. One. Okay. That's a 10,000. What? For that? I mean, right now it's 230, and that's cool, but like, really? Oasis. Matching outfits. Concept skins. Yeah, all the Oasis like summer skins they've got on. Ooh. That's a cool skin. Ooh, alright. That's a cool spawn. You guys probably don't want to watch me look at this stuff. Alright. Okay. I wanted to see if there was a new skin that... I don't know how they got that skin. That looked kind of cool. Okay. Sorry. I very distracted with all the new.
Shield is down. This is a record from one of Dr. Hand's squad members, right?
That's right. Binns from the Red Arms. He was one of the Medical Corps members who served with Eugen during the White Knight Gulch operation. How did you find this?
My ultimate suit helmet has data detection. I almost missed it, but the sensor caught it.
Okay.
The transmission failed. But it must have been in auto-preservation mode. I think they linked it to their vital signs. After that, Corell's fleet showed up and the invasion happened, which prevented anyone from investigating properly. I can't believe we've had this information right here. Eugen's team risked their lives to find it.
Oh, don't feel bad. Just be glad we found it now. Looking at the distribution of the data, it looks like there are more failed transmissions. They're located deep within the order base. I'll mark the locations of the data points as I move around. Then you can track them with ordinary sieves.
There you go.
Thank you. At least now we can honor the souls of the Medical Corps members.
Enzo, are you there? If you don't mind, I'd like to take care of this before we secure the Eye of Truth.
Well, since I haven't connected the bioscanner yet, you can go ahead with some basic investigation, as long as you don't go in too deep.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Also, we do have Ironheart particles to collect again. So, their missions, yep, commander, elites, champions, all that is well and good. Attack toxic void fragments, I still gotta do that. Void fusion reactor, gotta do that. Clear outpost, gotta do that. Gas tank and use munitions, that's what I was looking for. Come on, open up. Yeah. It also looks like it only used 5 munitions, which is nice. It's usually like 15 or something like that. I don't know. Anytime I actually need munitions, I can't find them. Destroy the gas tanks. I mean, there's really no reason not to
Begin tracking.
collect on those while off doing things, right? I was actually very tempted to switch over to Freyna real quick to do that one. I like Keelan, but I don't understand his kit. Like, I was trying to use the ultimate when I thought it was available, but then it was supposed to do a lot of damage, and I just felt like I was doing no damage. So, I'm really not sure what I was doing wrong in that regard. Like I said, his kit I don't understand 100%. It's a cool concept though. I don't know how to play it. 1000% skill issue. Woo! Up. Deposit. Amount seized. Where's the last one? Oh. Okay, that was weird. I'm assuming it's resetting. Pop. And done. Okay. I gotta go that way. Mid-air maneuvering. That's actually the weekly login right now. So if you guys don't have it already and you guys want it, now's the time. It's like two logins and you'll get it. In my opinion, the best of the grappling hook mods. Like, yes, it does suck that you only get the one grappling hook. You have to wait for it to recharge. But the fact that you can use it anywhere gives it so much more utility. The only other one I think I would consider would be the long distance one, where you vastly improve the length. I think it's like 28 meters or something like that, versus the normal like 20 meters. I'm moving close to like almost half distance increased, just with a slightly longer cooldown than normal, and the usual two grappling hooks. And then there's the short one. It's like 16 meters or something like that for
Those scumbags. I can't believe they did this. Come to my location. I want to compare the data we've collected.
Oh, okay, I grabbed a record then, I'm assuming, not a... I thought I was starting up a mission. You know, I have to defeat an outpost, right? I should do that right now. Bop, 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 bop. Done. Collection of iron heart particles has been completed. Aha! Nice. Gas tanks. Yeah, the change to Final Masterpiece is so good. I freaking love it, dude. I love that every reload you get some kind of elemental damage increase. I believe one more gas tank should be enough to get it. Also, where's the munitions? Okay. Okay, I suppose I should go and do the thing I'm supposed to do. Up. Woo! Didn't mean to join. Just getting stuff out of my way. Collection of iron heart particles completed. Hey, it's Yujin! Somebody's actually playing Yujin. That's rare. In my experience, they almost never actually play Yujin. I rarely see anyone play Yujin. I think I've only seen 3 players in the entire time I've played this game play Yujin's character. A lot of that has to do with the fact that he is strictly support. All of his abilities are healing or debuffs. I don't think he has damage. Like, even the debuff he applies, I don't think actually does do damage. Ow. So rude. Oh, that's a Glay. That's a Glay with Restored Relic. That's Bomberman Glay right there. Oh, and I will not be seeing my screen for the next 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. That's a build I've been trying to do. Glay was by far my favorite character for the longest time because I loved her entire concept and kit. It was so cool. It was like this cool, like, tanky vampire, basically. With, like, lifesteal and blood orbs and blood magic. Ah, it was so cool. And then Inez came out, and I just have a lot of fun with Inez. Like, I love how much damage this one does. I mean, look at that. I'm doing almost 1 million damage with it. Got him. I'm still learning how to control that one, though. I will admit. That is something I am working on. Because I don't know how to judge the distance I'm gonna go yet. Because I want to hit them with the pierce and the...
You can't escape.
Collection of high-powered particles. People like, yay! Oh, sorry. I believe I got that one right. New mail has arrived. Okay. Defeat elites and clear mission. Oh, hey, I wasn't done reading. Thank you. Okay, so I gotta find munitions. 3 more to be precise. Next time I hop on Freyna here in a bit. Maybe even Keelan. And whoop. Get that one done since we're literally right next to it. I'll leave the gas barrels alone now because other people also need them. It's always the thing I need. Yeah, there we go, munitions box. Yeah. Oh. Jump too early. Huh. Okay. Alright. Literally just need one more. There's one more. Nice. Yeah, it's always when I need to get those that's just like, oh, I can never find them, ever. It's so annoying. Okay. Hop. Oh, oh. See, that's something that happens to me often. Just the random, like, spastic dropping and lifting like that while I'm doing grappling hooks that has made me fall off so many cliffs. I don't know why it does that. It's like it just stops registering where my person is and then quickly tries to figure it out, but it can't. Is there a difference between the dogs? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do the fellows have different abilities now? There's another one. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't have my fellow leveled up yet. I'm still working on getting all of the materials I need to do it. I've not been getting very lucky on getting these blueprints, so it's taken a lot longer. Especially because of the amount of resources you need to even make one of those blueprints. Full auto HP recovery. Foes automatically heal their descendants every 30 seconds. That I don't remember being a thing. Has that always been a... I don't remember that. Dismantle items. Auto pickup, yes. And the module drop rate increase. I don't remember them healing you. That's cool. So does that mean you do something different? So you have auto pickup, auto dismantle. You also can, so these are the same because he's unleveled. Autofill rounds. Oh, do not pet. Okay. So they are going to start giving you more dogs with different abilities. So this must be a new thing then. We got the sheepdog. And the Vesper's hunting dog. Oh, so are we gonna get a fellow for each of the different areas then? With different abilities? So one would probably, if this heals your health, one might give you mana then? For like the casters. Rounds for those that like to focus on guns. Interesting. I'm not opposed to this. I think this is great. I just was shocked. Cool. So that's a thing. Right. I was going to change Descendant. I'm already at an hour. I'm already at an hour?
Inesrea, Hound Unit. Commencing.
I don't have the Ultimate Frana yet. I got her blueprint. I have her. Is this the one I think it is? It is. I need to find a better reactor. Did I find one yesterday? That one's pretty good. I need to get rid of a lot of these to clear out my inventory. I was looking for... I don't need any of these. Thank you. Goodbye. 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 I also think I need to get another Descendant slot at some point, I think. What's that one? Shield power ratio, sub attack. Okay, get rid of all those. Clear out a lot of that inventory. What was I gonna do? Right, I was gonna switch to launcher weapon class mounted. I don't have a launcher weapon equipped. I guess I can fix that though, huh? Hand cannon. I do have one of those. All right, we'll put this on for now. We'll swap from you to. Oh yeah, I need to put those into my Python. I've been saving these because a lot of the seasonals have had, at least at one point, it's like, oh, rank up a unique weapon 5 times or something like that. So I was saving these up for that, so when that pops up, I can just go and do it real quick. So that's why a lot of those are sitting there. Do I not have a launcher right now? Where's my launchers? There we go. Sigvor's proof. It's like... Oh yeah, I forgot I have the really cool skin for it too. The new hand cannon looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to that. My poor fellow. Bop. Woo! Just gonna do these real quick. Just get them out of the way. It's like I'm already here, right? Why not? The season challenges are gonna be not too difficult, so I'm kind of excited about that. Frana joined me. I don't know if she's gotten the challenge done yet, so I'll let her destroy the fragment. Oh, dude, her dog looks sick. Suckers. Nice. Alright. Back to you, Nez. Whoop. Wrong menu. What? Oh, so if you have like different skins, is that it? Okay.
Do as I say. If you want to live.
Why is she? Oh, because she's not leveled. That's why.
Ines Rea, Hound Unit. Commencing
Yeah, I gotta
operation.
finish these guys off at some point too. Like I said, I think I'm only missing one blueprint from Ultimate Freyna, but I am missing a lot of mats to make some of the parts too. Who are you?
I will not be afraid.
Hello? Is that a morning star in her hand? Hold on. Can I can I please hold on. I would like to lower the screen to see if you were holding her battle suits the Exorcister. First time wartime generation, born on the brink of the apocalypse, they forced to grow up in a crumbling world. Trapped in a world that was collapsed around them, with evacuation and hunger as their only companions, the generation of despair grew up brighter than most people that were forced to live in such times. As their lives began with war, there was never peace to be taken away from them. Maybe that's why a generation of despair, contrary to its name, symbolizes the hope of the surviving members of humanity. When the Magisters joined humanity and conducted a census for the... It is necessary to register a fellow for each preset along with the update. Press function. Recommend registering before playing. Huh? What? Huh? What? What was that about? I don't...
Do as I say.
I was just looking at a new character.
I will not be
How much
afraid.
caliber is it? 50 cal? Okay, that's not passive skill. Serena gains an additional stat bonus when firing
I will surely restore hope.
a firearm in midair. Air attack increase 45%. Air explosive attack, air accuracy, air recoil. Damage while airborne. Damage reduction while airborne. Oh, so she is a flyer. Those wings aren't just for show. What? I want... Hold on. Yeah, no, that's a morning star she's pulling out. There's no way it's not. Fire flames in the direction of the crosshair. Oh, she's a fire. Ooh. To deal damage and inflict repentance on hitting an ally. Grants blessing. Repentance acts as the same as burn. Firearm attack against enemies inflicted with repentance have a chance to recover rounds from the firearm in use. Ooh.
I will surely restore hope.
And since it acts the same as burn, that means, I'm assuming that means the ability effects and whatnot, when it's like, oh, attacking a burning enemy or what have you, probably also apply at that point then. It's just a unique burn. So, continuous damage, not high, but that's usually how that goes for the continuous damage ones. Continuous damage interval, 1 second. So you'll get 10 ticks of it. Fire resistance decrease minus 20%. Effect propagation range.
I will not be afraid.
Wait. Inflicts repentance on nearby enemies. Oh! Flames pierce terrain when used on the ground and explode with colliding
I will
terrain
surely
fired
restore hope.
in air. Damn. Not gonna lie, that's pretty sweet. Greatly decreases gravity while this skill is in effect. Firearm attacks while in midair have additional effects depending on the rounds in use. However, jump and grappling hook charge times have been adjusted. cooldown, MP cost, continuous MP cost, so it's a constant thing. Grappling hook charge time increase, gravity decrease, so you can't use your grappling hook nearly as frequently, probably so you can't just, stay in the air forever. Generation, multi-hit chance, multi-hit damage.
I will not be afraid.
Are they adding multi-shot? I don't think that's been a stat in mods yet, has it? Attack drop-off distance. Increase. Critical hit MP recovery. Okay, so theoretically speaking, you could stay up in the air and as long as you're hitting with impact rounds, so like a hand cannon. Special rounds. Surrounding AoE damage. Damage range. Target count. 20 enemies excluding the target. Max expendable. Does that mean all special rounds will get an AoE damage? Or is that just for the ones that do have... Actually, are there any that have surrounding AoE damage? Because I don't think they do. High-powered rounds, additional hitting effects. Additional fire damage on hitting enemies with
I will not be afraid.
Oh! Additional fire damage chance. Imagine a sniper
I
rifle,
will
though.
surely restore hope.
You're in the air. You hit him with repentance with this skill. Oh, she's a healer. Oh, she's also a Ooh, I need to do the quest to get this. Because repentance is a healing effect. Oh, that's so cool. And on top of that, you get more damage across the board, which is actually really cool when you're in the air. So your gun will already do a hell of a lot more damage, and then you add in this effect, and you're going to get a lot more damage with some of these. The general rounds, 50% critical multi-hit chance.
I will not be afraid.
I'm wondering what that means in this context, because I don't think I've seen that damage type in this game. Now, I know Warframe had multi-shot chance, and that was a weird one, because it depended on the gun you were using. Either it would double the amount of projectiles, or even triple, however much, if you had a lot of multi-shot chance, it would increase the amount of projectiles fired. So like rockets would fire like 3 rockets or 4 rockets, and some guns that was really strong, like the Angstrom, I think is what it was called, where it was a rocket launcher that fired a rocket that would then blow up into cluster bombs, and the multi-shot would increase the amount of projectiles completely. So you would fire like 3 rockets with 1 shot, and then you'd have just cluster of explosion. I killed myself a lot with it. Or was it the Colster?
I will not be afraid.
I think it was the Colster, because I remember it sounded like cluster. I think it was the Colster. I think Angstrom was the other rocket pistol. That was also really good. But with some guns, that wasn't very good about the projectiles. The other effect was that it would hit the person multiple times. So is that what the multi-hit chance does then? Is it that when it hits, it hits multiple times? Because if so, that would make my gun like my final masterpiece with the passive ammo types could dish out a lot more damage with multiple hits. And it would actually make some of those mods where it's like, oh, the more hits you get, the more benefit you get. I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out. And I'm curious if we maybe finally got some of those mods. I don't know if they added more mods, but I would love to see multi-hit mods. That'd be cool. When used on the ground, Surrender shoots into the air. When used mid-air, Surrender moves quickly in the direction of movement and reloads the currently equipped weapon. Additionally, Surrender's number of jumps is reset, and holding down the skill key increases the distance traveled. Oh! So you literally get a flying skill as well. So yeah, her entire kit is all about just helping you stay in the air as much as possible, and then raining lead fire down upon them. Additional jumps is reset. Oh, so not only do you get 3 uses or 3 stacks of this, surrounding AoE damage on
I
the
will
ground.
not be afraid.
Okay. Damage range 2 meters. Max expendable range 200. Surrounding AoE damage on ground during ascension.
I will surely restore hope.
Skill power. Damage range. Nice. Hold on. Surrounding AoE damage on ground. Surrounding damage ground on. So do you get... Huh? You don't use this on the ground. Yeah, it shoots you up and it does damage. Oh, maybe it's when you do the charged version, when you hold it down and you charge, maybe that does the stronger amount of damage. I'm kind of confused by this. I am slightly confused by this.
I will not be afraid.
Or is it just when she uses it near the ground? I don't know.
I will
Okay.
surely restore hope.
When used on the ground, removes all debuffs on Serena and all allies within range and grants Prayer of Redemption. When used in midair, grants Redemption's Judgment on self. So, I'm kind of sad because I see her wielding a Morning Star. I kind of wish that some of her ability... I would love for us to get like a melee character that does actually use a melee weapon. Because she has this Morning Star, but none of her kit looks like it uses the Morning Star, other than like as like a focus for prayer. Because it's the only ability where it pops out. So maybe that's the point. Maybe it's just a focus for her magic. Her RK. It would be cool if we actually got melee weapons. Proper melee
I
weapons.
will surely restore hope.
I would love to go run around with that Morning Star and just whacking people would be kind of fun. When used, so Prayer of Redemption, base stacks 5. Damage reduction per stack, minus 18%. Stacks removed on hit, 100%. Stacks removal HP recovery. Stack removal MP recovery. Cooldown. Prayer of Redemption. Okay, so I'm assuming it grants all 5 stacks then, right? And then every time they get hit, they get some HP, they get some MP, and they lose 1 stack.
I will not be afraid.
5 times. But honestly, 18% per stack, so at 5 times, well, 5 times 8 is 40, so carry that's 90% for that first hit. And then you get max, or maybe it's the 1 hit, blocks 1 hit, and then gives you your MP and HP recovery. I don't know. I'd have to actually get her and try that out. Duration, 13 seconds. Additional AoE damage range on firearm attack, 8 meters. Additional AoE damage chance on firearm attack, 100%. Additional damage. Firearm explosion damage times damage multiplier percentage. Damage multiplier, max HP times 0.8. Max expendable range times 2.
I will not
200
be afraid.
times. So you would want a lot of health for this character to get the most out of them. Also, it looks like dimension, singular, and singular. And then that's just fire. That just says fire. What are her ultimates? What, hold on. I've wasted so much time. I'm sorry, guys. There's so much new stuff I've got to figure out now. Divine, oh, they actually put them right there at the front. That is, I appreciate that. What is this? Increase the number of projectiles fired and modifies void corrosion to target a single enemy. Increases the maximum stacks of acidic. Okay. Oh, so it basically turns his rockets into a single one, and then you just totally lay into him. That's kind of cool. Him, when used on the ground, creates a zone that increases the jump of allies. When used in midair, temporarily increases the movement speed of nearby allies and increases maximum movement distance? What does maximum movement distance mean? I don't know what that means. Like, for her dashes, maybe? Oh, is that her, like, ascending thing? Is that it? Divine Surge. Flies forward, inflicting knockback on enemies in the path and deals large amounts of damage on landing. Additionally, creates a path of fire in her wake that deals continuous damage to enemies within range. That sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. Where do I acquire her? Descendant? Where are you? How do I... Sigma Sector, drop-off operation, normal, broken boundary complete. High risk, broken boundary complete. Okay. So there's not hard mode in normal, it's broken boundary. High risk and then regular. Okay, so she's in the new area. Sweet! Looks like I'm gonna have to get myself a little bit of caliper if I want that. Oh, right. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so much new.
Do as I say.
Inez, please. Thank you.
Inez Brea, Hound Unit.
Also, actually, I'm gonna check to see. I want to check one more thing on the modules to see if maybe they did. So, let's see. I'm gonna go with not owned. Okay, that definitely shortened a lot. Yeah, I actually don't have very many events or ultimate characters. Ultimate Frana, Bionic Fuel, Absolute Zero, Life Barrier. I actually surprisingly have a large number of the Transcendents, though. I have almost all of them. I didn't even know that. Multi-processor, multi-sights, multi-bullet? On landing, multi-hit damage 1.3% for 3 seconds, up to 3 stacks, and inflicts deep wounds on the target. Deep wounds deals damage equal to 0.8% of firearm damage at regular intervals for 3 seconds. That seems really strong. But what is... First shot multi-hit damage. Yeah, so here we are with multi-hits. Has a 50% chance for weak point damage. When using tech skill, has a 50% chance for critical hit damage for 15 seconds, up to 3 stacks. These effects are stackable. I actually want that for. Is there one of those for general rounds? Multiprocessor. There is. Ooh, I need to get that. Because I use tech skills only with Inez. So that'd be pretty strong. On hit weak point, multi-hit chance. 1.54% for 5 seconds. And these are battle proficiency, which is a new category I'm noticing. Multi-sights. Singular has a chance for firearm attack. Ooh. We use infusion skill, 50% for multi-hit damage. Okay. On landing, multi-hit damage, inflicts deep wounds. On hit weak point, multi-hit chance, 1.4%. Multi-hit damage and multi-hit chance. So yeah, no, there is an entirely new set of mod. And of course, almost all of the stuff that I have is exactly that. It's the multi-hit damage. So these are all new. They're new mods that came out. That is cool. So we now have multi-hit chance. Multi-hit chance, 14% at a base. Ooh. And then multi-hit damage, multi-hit chance. Or multi-hit damage, firearm critical. Ooh. I don't like that one. I think the one I have is higher crit chance. That one I don't mind. Slower fire rate, but increase. I could take that. I'd do that. That's fine. Multi-hit chance. Wait. Oh, damage. Gotcha. Damage versus chance. Multi-hit damage. And multi-hit chance. It looks like the idea is they do want you to have either multi-hit damage or firearm critical. So it does look like they want you to take the hit at critical, but then massively increase your multi-hit damage. I can almost understand that, though, because, like, imagine if you were multi-hitting and critically hitting every shot you did. That could get kind of nutty. Yeah, okay, that's the same as all the other ones. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I remember those. These are cool. This one was terrible for me, though. Like, as much as, like, the massive increase of skill critical power that it could reach would be, the skill critical damage would not have been good, considering the fact that my character is a crit maniac. 1% for 15 seconds, up to 3 stacks. These effects are stackable. Oh, so if you have a Dimension Tech character, you could literally get both. Ooh. Same for Singular Infusion. That's pretty good. Did they have... We multi chance up to 10 stacks. Any multi-hit. They just have that one. I think the rest is at the cost of something else. Now, when it comes to the launchers, I don't think I have a launcher that does a lot of firearm critical hits. That's just good. Fire rate, though, that I don't mind giving up for hit chance. Absolutely not. Critical damage, ooh. Now, is there a fire rate for damage, though? I don't think there is. I think the damage one is always at the cost of firearm critical hit damage. Also, the impact one is not nearly as bad as the... That's only at 15. So some of my other ones would be much better for that thing. Why is the general round so... Because it's the rapid amount. I know why. Because guns like Enduring Legacy and Calvian, they have so many rounds. That's why. Versus the impact rounds that don't have a lot. That makes sense. Yes, even that one's not that bad. Of course, you don't want a whole lot of firearm critical damage against you on a sniper rifle. That's like a sniper rifle's primary damage source. If it isn't, I'd be fucking shocked. Okay. Oh, I gotta get my reactor. I am so sorry. I got lost in the sauce, as it were, guys. There's so much I'm learning. I'm assuming that is what multi-hit chance does, then. I would be shocked to find out if it's not. Because that would be weird to me. That would be weird. It seems like they took the other way of doing it that some of Warframe's multi-shot, where I think the idea is that it just hits multiple times with one bullet, rather than trying to add more projectiles. Especially because you got a lot of guns like this beam gun. Having multiple beams, I suppose you could do that, but it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So it definitely seems to make a lot more sense to just make it where it hits multiple times. Yeah, like that would actually, I think, hurt my poor final masterpiece, because I think a good portion of its damage right now is in fact crit. Yeah, it has a 6 times multiple. It only has a 30% critical hit rate though, but it does have a 6 times multiplier. So when it does crit, it hits pretty hard. Multi-hit damage. First, the multiplier applied to a firearm damage by a multi-hit when a firearm hit triggers a multi-hit. Multi-hit triggers based on multi-hit chance. This has no multi-hit damage, so I probably don't want that. I don't have a multi-hit, so maybe guns don't have a multi-hit chance base stat. Is all multi-hit damage 0.1%? Curious about that. What's the damage? 0.1. It acts as another multiplier though, so it has its own bucket, that's for sure. No, okay. I was right. There are different ones. Yeah, this is what this Volshid doesn't have a high critical hit rate or hit. Well, it has decent high critical hit rate, I guess I should say. But it does not have. It has a high multi-hit damage as a base. And honestly, I feel like this one you would want a high multi-hit damage. Absolutely. I don't know why you would at that point, because especially when it bounces around. Oh, Kingman's Lance. Okay, okay. What about a Blue Beetle? Okay. A lot of these have 0.1. Oh. Okay. Restored Relic, after its unique ability got kind of upgraded with the cluster bomb effect, gave it almost a full 1 multiplier. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, but Sigvor's proof was only a 1, right? So it is based on the weapon, not just weapon category. I just don't have a lot that do have high. 0.06, my lowest one yet. But then again, it's a crit-based weapon. Yeah, it's a crit-based weapon. Because it's a... pretty sure it's grants patient lethal dagger. Yeah, firearm critical hit rate per stack. Hitting enemy grants the abilities patience and lethal dagger. Patience is reset on reload at max stacks and grants strike. Strike consumes all rounds and fires enhanced rounds. When strike is removed, grants steps. So literally every hit you do increases the firearm critical hit rate, and so you get plus 30 to your crit rate. And when it's plus 1 like this, I think that's an increase to the base amount. So it would make the base crit chance of 42%, and then the mods would apply after the fact. So you're basically guaranteed to crit with this weapon at full stacks. Duration, 15 seconds, max stacks 30, strike. All reloaded bullets. Firearm attack increase amount. Fire attack times rounds per magazine times 100%. Movement speed increase. That is not how this used to be. And this is the 0 ranked ability. I have no idea what it's going to look like at the max amount. That, though. Whoo. Hold on. Strike is removed. Grant steps. Here's my question, though. Even if you have grant, or, like, strike on, can you still acquire patience? You only have 12 rounds in the magazine? Yeah, you're going to want more rounds in the magazine, 100% with this one. That's my question, then. Hold on. I want to... Just for a moment, for clarity's sake here. Oh, right, I never upgraded it. Module settings, recommended module. Mental focus. I never understood why putting mental focus on handguns, because you'll never... I mean, you'll still get more attack damage, I guess, but you don't... You'll never, ever get the full amount, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, massive amount, that makes sense. Fire critical hit damage? Yeah, because you don't really need... You need, like, one crit mod. It has 160 DPS? Only? Oh, I guess its base is 86,000. That's also doesn't apply. That's not factoring its unique property, which would probably vastly improve its DPS by order of magnitude. Anyways, sorry. What other ones have high multi-hit damage? I'm curious. Shotguns don't. Fallen Hope. I'm sorry. Hold on. Did they change Fallen Hope? No, they did not. No, they did not. But that rifle's gonna hurt. What about Python then? .44. Oh god, Python's gonna hit like a freight train with that. So yeah, okay. Secret Garden. What's it? .1, that's fair. Exqua. .36 or 38, not bad. Yeah, like I said, I totally understand. Last Dagger now, that is like pure crit weapon at that point, so you wouldn't want multi-hit damage. Critical hit. Yeah, strong fire. Yeah, I have to change this one now, don't I? Because it used to be like on weak hit points, you would get, you would do damage to their shields, and then they completely changed it. So I don't know if my build's probably not good anymore because of that. Well, there's a .1 now. Afterglow? .1. Enduring Legacy? .1, that's fair. That'd be terrifying if it was anything higher. It's already a workhorse gun, for sure. .51 for Clairvoyance. .1, okay. And .1. Fallen Hope being a one-time multiplier is kind of insane to me. Seems to be the only one I have that has that high. I think this one, 29. There's one I had that was like 58. That was kind of surprising. Never mind. Greg's Reverse Fate, 68. Also has a high crit damage. Was it just in when you hit it in general? Does multi-hit happen with bombardment and shit like that too? Because it's caused by the gun. If so, that's actually kind of a terrifying prospect. Well, I think it was the 58 was. That's not what I meant to do, but I think that was. Yeah, 58 was the restored relic. Final masterpiece, multi-hit damage. Yeah, so that's a new stat to consider. Cavalry gun has a well, actually, that makes a lot of sense. That actually does make a lot of sense because the property of its base thing is the ricochet, where it's like, yeah, you crit a lot, but the crit damage base-wise is kind of abysmal. But multi-hit damage would be insane. So I can understand that one having, even though it's a crit gun, the crit gun is more to proc the ricochet, and then doing the multi-hit damage so you have, you know, even more damage. Here's what I'm wondering though. Does the multi-hit damage apply after everything else, after all the buckets of damage? Is it its own bucket? Or is it... Here's my thing. Is it added as an extra bucket when it procs? Or is it that it takes the exact same damage you had before and applies those numbers a second time for the multi-hit, but then applies the multi-hit damage? Or is it just it increases the damage of the bullet by the multi-hit property, which applies after everything else? Because if it applies after everything else, that still makes the bullet stronger and still hits hard, but the other one I feel like would be more terrifying because you get 2 hits with one being even more powerful than the one you did before. I gotta end this episode. I went too long. I'm sorry, guys. There wasn't a whole lot of action on this. A lot of me learning new stuff, showing some stuff, and speculation. I apologize. I hope it's entertaining. Calm waters, smooth sailing, and sunny skies. Till the next time. See you in the next episode.